All right, so we are ready to go. I gave it a quick season. So here's what happens with these grills. As soon as you get it here, you know, to your house, you're going to throw it together like we showed you, really, really quick, really, really easy. Fire it on up and put grapeseed oil, olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you want. You're going to season your grill, because here's what happens with these, okay? You want to get this to the point where, like, you know, the big, you know, truck stop and grill houses and the, you know, the places that you see on all the cooking shows, you want to get it to the point where that's what it's like at your house. So as you cook your food and your family style of eating, what happens is the cold rolled steel over time starts to pick up the fats and the oils that are in the food as you clean it. And every now and then you give it that quick season, which involves putting a little bit of oil on it, turning it up to high and letting the smoke stop. And what that does is it gives you over time this incredible non-stick surface on this cold rolled steel that I would put up against any copper, pan, titanium, tritanium, quantanium, septanium, heptanium, whatever the hell's out next month, pan that's out there, and you are not going to find anything that's more non-stick. But the cool thing about it is that as you use it and as you clean it, it puts something on it, what I like to call your family signature, man. That's, you know, there's legacy knives out there, there's legacy cookware out there. This is the first time I've ever seen a legacy grill. And the thing with the other ones, they're either enamel or they're cast iron or they rust, they this, they that. Over time, the elements get it. That's steel. That's cold rolled steel. So you know what? Go ahead and leave that out in the elements as long as you want. A pumice stone and 5 minutes with the oil and it's re-seasoned and you're ready to go. It's like grandma's cast iron, but for your backyard. So remember, this one gives you the 2 heating zones. So you got a lot of choices with this. If you've ever been to those places where you see the potatoes off to the side staying warm while everything else cooks, you can do that with this too. Now what I've done, just again, because I want everything to start getting seasoned up here and ready for use as we go, you know, I've got them both on, I got them both high. We're just going to cook on full force, see what's happening. And what's fun is, if you're looking at this going, well, hold on a sec. This was so pretty a couple of minutes ago. It was shiny, it was gleamy, it was like a penny, and now it's black. It's not called silverstone, shiny stone, sparkly stone, it's called Blackstone. This is the color that you're looking for, right? As long as there's color like this left on it, you haven't used it enough. All right. So here we're gonna get these potatoes all browning up. And you know what? It's one of those things that it's fun. You get going on here with some of the recipes that you see when maybe you're out and about or on the TV shows like the Flaming Volcanoes or the Japanese yakitori stuff. You can do all this at home now. You know, the closest I've ever seen to be able to do stuff like this in the backyard are those grill mats. By the way, Miracle Grill Mat is a fabulous one. Anyway, those grill mats do a nice job, but they don't pick up the flavor. They don't pick, you know, as soon as you clean it, you start over again. So, you know, while it's a nice little cheat to get you there, this is the real deal. This is what everybody's trying to do. And you'll notice here, right off the bat, you're going to start to understand that things like small mushrooms, onions, shrimps, anything, there's no grates to fall through. You can create the stir fries on here that are just out of this world, you guys. And I know it seems, you know, like I've got a bit of a comfort level using this right off the bat. It's because Blackstone sent me that 36-inch one just a little while ago. And man, I have been using that more than I've used any new grill ever. Because listen, you got to think about it. Something shows up at the house. Maybe it's round, maybe it's cylindrical, maybe it's this. It's got a different lid shaped like a pig. It's made of brass, copper. At the bottom line, it's either charcoal or it's gas, and it gives you that heat up through a grate, right? There's some fabulous grills out there. We talk about a ton of them on this show, and there's some that I'll never live without. But this one added a dimension of cooking and a dimension of dishes and abilities in my backyard kitchen. Very few things find a permanent spot in the backyard here, and I'm telling you, this is gonna. So here we go, guys. You can see these potatoes are starting to brown. So what I'm gonna do, and this is what's cool about it, I'm just gonna kind of shuffle these off to the side so we can get our other food cooking. And this is where things get fun. This is where you just kind of get to emulate, you know, everything you see on the cooking shows. And when you walk into those diners and you see the guy that's been there for 30 years flipping and flopping and doing that, whoop, that kind of thing. He starts right here. This is where they work on, guys, that cold rolled steel. I love it. So let's get a few of our sausages on here, just like this. The capacity, by the way, is terrific. You're gonna cook for a lot of people on this at the same time. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Pancakes, you know, we're not gonna do them in this test, but I'm gonna tell you, even if you got the big pan, you know what I'm talking about, right? You went out and spent the money on the extra capacity frying pan. What's the best you're gonna do? 3, maybe 4 pancakes, right? That's about all you're gonna look at. With this, you're doing them for the whole family all at the same time. If people have different little diet things they like to follow, you can do different flavors here and there, which I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of toast on here. You know what? I'm going to save the eggs for just a second, just like that. All right, so how are we doing here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sausages. We got 4 rounds. We got 3 pieces of toast. We got the hash browns on here. I'm telling you, there's a lot of room to cook on here. And what's fun is you're cooking for a ton of people at once. Now have a look here. As I flip these guys, you're seeing right off the bat, guys, that's how fast this cooks. That's what cold rolled steel does for you. And if you think the crust is beautiful on the sausages, wait till you try your first steak with this crust. Your jaw's gonna be on the floor, I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna take, by the way, a little tip for you. You know, you never want to put raw meat back on the same pan that you had it on. So, you know, for these cowboy breakfasts, I like taking little steel guys, putting some tin foil with some parchment paper on that gets the food out. I unwrap it, now I got a place to land it. That's fun. So guys, here we go. I think these potatoes, by the way, look at this. Here's what I love about this edge. It's got a little helper, so you don't need the 2 hands. And these spatulas, they have a little kit that they sell these in. Let me tell you something. This makes you feel like you work at one of those short order places, you know, the short order restaurants. Oh, look at that, burning stuff. Actually, that's the way I like my toast. All right, so I'm gonna get all these flipped just like that. And you can see how fast this cooks, you guys. And I didn't do burgers or steaks right off the bat because, to be honest with you, for me, this is one of the more, you know, fun breakfasts you can cook. When you can get all kinds of different foods out there and different things at the same time. One of the things that we have a good time with, Trish puts on her little, puts her hair in a bun, and she gets a little pin in her hair, and we'll have a whole bunch of people over. And it's cool because she'll take orders like at a diner. Imagine being able to do that, you know, the next time you got a big party over, or if, you know, you're tailgating, you're doing something that has a lot of people. That's a really fun thing to do. When you got a machine like this, I'm telling you, man, there's nothing more social than a backdoor cooking product that really brings people kind of in and gets them looking. We did Philly cheesesteaks for like, I don't know, 45 people that we invited to the 13-year-old's birthday party, and man, they loved it. We did it on the big one. We did like 4 or 5 at a time. Here you could easily do 2 or 3 at a time. And the circle of people that came around, you want to talk about a social product, man, this is it. And whoo, she is starting to get hot out here. Florida, I'm telling you. Hope that makes the cut, huh? My shirt's clean. So guys, here we go. Now I'm going to take the potatoes, and you know what, we'll let them brown a little bit more, which I like doing. So let's go ahead and we'll get our sausages off. Just like that. By the way, the cleanup on this is spectacular. You can use the edge of your spatula here. You can use you know, specially designed scrapers for grills. They get all kinds of stuff that's designed to make cleaning a grill easy. But what's cool about this is because you got the grease trap in the back, a little bit of water on top and a bit of a scrape, and you're good to go. So guys, watch this. You see what's happening here, and I want you to look. This is all the burnt bits from the sausage and the steak and the eggs. I'm telling you right now, when I tell you that you're writing your family's signature on the grill, yeah, we're gonna clean this, yeah, we're gonna make it nice again, yeah, we're gonna make it ready to go. But that little bit of this meal, this is gonna remember. And the steak that I make for dinner, this remembers, and I love that. That is so unusual when it comes to, you know, products that you cook with on the backyard, in the backyard, like the cast iron grills inside, you get it. Some of the cookware, the stainless steel over time, you get it. But we've all been so conditioned to think that we need, you know, the copper. We need this, we need that. And listen, they've all got their place. There's no doubt, right? But the bottom line is, when you can go ahead and start a style of cooking that's new, that's something you've never experienced before, and it's easy and it's fast, and if I heard the price on this right, my God, it's going to be inexpensive too, which I love. Now here's the deal, you guys. You see this? Eggs on a griddle are unlike eggs that you can do anywhere else, period. And I'll have words with anybody that tells me different. No non-stick pan, no this, no that. Fried eggs at a roadside diner are as good as anything you'll ever have your whole life, and you know it. So now you can do it at home. So I'm going to take my hash browns just like that. There we go. Slide them on off. Now remember, your grill is going to get seasoned over time. So what that means is the longer you use it, the less it's going to stick and grab food. You know, after a couple of weeks of steady use, you're never going to stick anything. You couldn't if you tried. Remember, just let it cook at high heat, let it naturally release, and you're fine. We just seasoned this, so the first couple of times you use it, you may have to dig around a little bit with it, but here we go. Guys, we just seasoned this grill 1 use ago, and you can already see what's going on here. Don't you love that? It usually takes a non-stick pan like copper or titanium or Teflon or whatever it is they're putting on there to get a non-stick surface like that right off the bat. To be able to take cold rolled steel, which is already going to pick up the flavor from the little burnt bits of the sausage and the bacon and the potatoes right out of the gate, these eggs are going to taste better than anything you can cook them on, not only in the backyard but in the house, unless you're using grandma's stainless steel or grandma's cast iron. So guys, here we go. We're just going to let those eggs finish off a tiny bit more, just like that. I'm not going to flip them on this one. If you wanted to, here's kind of a fun thing. Let me show you something kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead, and you can do this with any lid, any pot, anything. If you go ahead and hit that with a bit of water underneath and put that on top, any sort of lid or dome will help it cook from the top down. If you squirt a little water under there, you can steam it from the top. Just want to throw that out there to show you that, there's so many different things you can do. There's different ideas. So here, let me show you. I know we got one there that's ready. Let me go ahead, cut through those. Now, I am not good at the flip. Trish is good at the flip, but Trish is chauffeuring kids around. So here we go. We're going to try. Ready? A little like that, just like at the diner. Are you kidding me? Come on, you guys. And look at the back of this. That's fantastic. That's what I love. That's your diner. That's your roadside truck stop. That's your taste and flavor that no non-stick pan inside will ever give you. So just a couple seconds there. And here we go, you guys. Just like that. And I mean, this was cooked live. I got a breakfast for 3 or 4 here. So when it comes to outdoor cooking, when it comes to the grilling, when it comes to creating tastes and flavors that you're looking for in a new product, and man, talk about innovation. We kind of went the backwards to find our innovation here. We just went with steel, man. Cold rolled steel that you're going to put your family signature on. Blackstone, you got 5 marks out of the grill marks on this one. You knocked it out of the park. I can't wait till our launch on HSN. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on TV.